Hi guys, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my channel. Before we go to the lesson, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in a situation where someone starts speaking in English and then you have no idea what they are talking about? Maybe they use some slang words. Slang refers to a type of language that's too informal to use in certain situations. Today, we are going to learn about 15 must-know English slang and how to use them. Without any further ado, let's dive in. The first slang word is hangry. It is familiar to many of us. You are hungry and growing hungrier with every passing moment. Your hunger is making you increasingly upset, irritable, and angry. It means that you are hangry. I get very hangry if I miss a meal. People often get hangry when their sugar blood level is low. The second slang word is earful. If you say that you got an earful, you mean that someone spoke angrily to you for a quite long time. I'll give you some examples. Let's say your daughter tells you she is at the library, she will be home at 6 p.m. However, you discover that she went to a party, not the library, and she doesn't come home until 1 a.m. The daughter might say, "My mom really gave me an earful when I got home last night. She found out that I had lied to her." The second example, your teacher might give the class an earful when no one has finished yesterday's homework. Next slang word is Ditto. Ditto is used to say that whatever you have said about one person or thing is also true of another person or thing.
Boston is getting a lot of rain.
Ditto New York.
New York is also getting a lot of rain. We also can use ditto to show you agree with what someone has just said or have the same opinion.
I don't like pineapple.
Ditto. I don't like pineapple either.
Next is Iffy. Use the adjective Iffy to describe things that might change or are doubtful. If you say something is iffy, you mean that it is having many uncertain qualities or conditions. I was hoping to go to the park, but the weather's looking iffy. You can also use iffy when you want to describe something that isn't completely good. The milk smells a bit iffy. I'm not coming out tonight. I'm feeling a bit iffy. Next is shady. People use the term shady to call out other people's suspicious, dishonest, or otherwise disreputable behavior. You can use it with people and actions. Why is it called shady? People who perform illegal actions often prefer to do so under the cover of darkness. These people's preference for the shade is what caused them and their actions to be labeled shady. Those jewelry vendors are really shady. I don't trust them. Those jewelry vendors are really suspicious. He seems to have a pretty shady character. Next is fab. Fab is the short version of fabulous. If you say something is fab, you are emphasizing that you think it is very good and extremely pleasing. We had a fab time. We had a very good time. The designer's new line of spring clothing is absolutely fab. Next is gobsmacked. Generally, gobsmacked refers to something so shocking that it leaves you utterly speechless, such as a kind of shock you would feel if you feel suddenly hit in the face. It is similar to calling something jaw-dropping. He was completely gobsmacked when he won the award. He was so surprised that he doesn't know what to say. She was truly gobsmacked by their decision to stay in the haunted house. Next is low-key. Low-key is typically used to say that something is modest or not intended to draw attention. You use low-key if you are referring to something or someone with a simple, laid-back, humble, non-showy, and down-to-earth persona. I seriously admire people who are famous and rich but still live a low-key life. If you are referring to a secret, someone who is secretive and secrecy in any shape, you can use low-key. He wanted to keep this meeting low-key. I'm low-key crushing on him. You have a small crush, or you don't make your crush super noticeable. After low-key, now we got high-key. It is the opposite of low-key. So something high-key is intense and out in the open. It is often used as an adverb for very, really, or clearly. Same with low-key. First, high-key means to be very obvious and tell something to lots of people. She is high-key crushing on him. She has a really big or noticeable crush on him. The term high-key also used to emphasize an important thing. Is this party a high-key matter? I have finals tomorrow and I need to study. Next is cheesy. If you describe something as cheesy, you mean that it is lacking style or quality. A really horrible hotel room with shag carpeting and strange art on the walls can be described as cheesy. He found the film to be cheesy but very watchable. So, cheesy is a great informal way to talk about slightly unpleasant things. Next is egghead. Egghead is a person who is considered intellectually gifted in the field of academics. In spite of her love of reading, she denied being an egghead. He dismissed all scientists as a bunch of eggheads. If you think someone is interested in ideas and theories than in practical actions, you can say they are an egghead. Next slang word is stan. Stan is someone who greatly admires a famous person, especially a celebrity or a music group, to an unusual extent. That idol has a powerful solo stan. Stans claim a particular singer as their own. A stan follows the career of a famous person with obsessive enthusiasm. Next is Jiffy. Jiffy is a brief amount of time or split second. Jiffy is an informal word that can substitute for quickly or in the blink of an eye. A small restaurant offering good Vietnamese food in a jiffy. I'll be back in jiffy. You'll do something immediately. Next is miffed. If you are miffed, you are slightly annoyed and hurt because of something which someone has said or done to you. She is really miffed that she's not been invited to the party. He hadn't called for a week and I was getting miffed. Miffed is a great way for describing a feeling of irritation or impatient. The last one is X. You can use X with similar but different situations. First, someone's ex is the person they used to be married to or used to have a romantic relationship with. He is different from my ex. Second, X is used to show that someone is no longer in the situation or condition the person had been in. My neighbor is an ex-wrestler. Alright, and that's it for today's lesson. I really hope you enjoyed and understand this lesson perfectly. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and see you in my next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.